Hello everyone. Today we are going to review how to graph lines. I think at this point you know everything about lines, but still we are going to talk a little bit more about that so everybody can remember how to do that. Okay, when we talk about lines, the first thing that usually comes to your mind is y is equal to mx plus b. And this is an equation that represents a line. What is so special about that? M represents the slope and B represents the y-intercept. We like to call it a beginning on the y-axis, okay? When we are talking about the slope, there are 4 different kinds of slope. You can have a positive slope. So when M is positive, your line will look like that. When slope is negative, your line will look like that. And when slope is 0, you will have a horizontal line. And when slope is undefined, your line is going to look like this. Of course, it doesn't have to look like this. The idea is that it's going down from left to right, and this one is going up from left to right. So let's remember about that. And what we are going to do is we are going to do a few examples, and then you will have a problem set to do on your own. If you move down to example number 1, we have a line, and then we have some points here. And what we are asked to do, we are asked to find the slope, we are asked to find the y-intercept, and then we are asked to write an equation. Well, let's see. Slope, how much up, how much over. Take the points that you can clearly read. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3 over. So my slope is 4 over 3. The y-intercept, we are looking at the y-axis, and on the y-axis the line is going through point -5, and I know that the equation is y is equal to mx plus b. M is equivalent to 4 over 3, keep the x, and then b is -5. You can say plus -5 or just keep it the way you have it. You will do the second example. I am going to show you how to do something like this. Again, slope is given, y-intercept is given, y is equal to mx plus b, y is equal to -3, x plus 7. Done and done. You will do the b one. And I am going to move to the next page, maybe. Just got switched, and what we are asked to do here is we are asked to graph a linear equation with the given equation. So what I want you to do first is I want you to tell me what the slope is. In this case, m is 2, slope is the number that goes with the x, and the y-intercept is 1. Always start with the y-intercept. Always start with the y-intercept. You know that this is the beginning on the y-axis. Put the dot on the 1, and then slope is 2. If it helps you, put it as 2 over 1, 2 up over 1, 2 up over 1. Well, I am very well prepared. I have a gimme coffee sticker that I am going to use as my ruler. Let's see how that works. Well, worked pretty well. So you will do example B. And next type of example is you will have a graph given, and you are to write an equation. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's see. What I am going to do is I am going to look carefully on my graph, and I am going to say what is my beginning, what is my y-intercept, and I see that y-intercept is right in here, and y-intercept is equivalent to 3. And then I will think about what the slope is. So I see that this is a nice point, this is not a nice point, not a nice point, not a nice point. This point seems like a point with a clear coordinates. So I can from here to here count that I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, 1, 2, 3 over. So my slope is 5. We said 5 up, 3 over. So knowing that, I can write the equation y is equal to 5 over 3x plus b, and b is equal to 3. Please remember when you solve those examples, when you have positive slope, this is what we were talking about. And now you can predict what is my slope when we do an example like this. What is my slope when we do an example like this? Be very careful about that. All right, have fun with those examples. This is going to be a nice review for you on how to graph the lines.